Dear students, today in this lecture on electromagnetics, we will study how Maxwell's modified law, Ampere's law, helped to write wave equation for electromagnetic waves. We saw in our previous lecture, Maxwell modified the existing Ampere's law, which was in differential form, which is written like this: del cross B is equal to mu into J. This equation was modified as mu into right hand side term J was replaced by J plus dou D by dou T. This term is called as displacement current. This term is zero for a steady current circuit. Displacement current density. What does this equation say? This is a universal law. It shows current flow of electrons produces magnetic field. Left hand side is magnetic field. Everyone knows flow of current produces magnetic field. But Maxwell's modified Ampere's law shows there is one more way of producing magnetic field. Dou D by dou T. This term also produces magnetic field. What is this term? Rate of change of electric flux density. D is proportional to E, E is proportional to Q. So in a way, this is dou Q by dou T. Rate of oscillation of charges. This term shows that when charges oscillate at a point in space, that becomes the source of varying magnetic field. We all know when magnetic field varies, electric field is produced. So varying oscillation of charges produces varying magnetic field, that in turn produces varying electric field, and hence an electromagnetic wave is set up. So for example, suppose if you have a capacitor connected to an alternating voltage source, charges keep varying on the plates of the capacitor. So here displacement current is produced. Though it is not due to the flow of charges, it is produced by the oscillation of charges. A magnetic field is set up within this region as if there is a current, correct? So energy flows from here to here through displacement current density, and then from here it is just conduction current density. In a capacitor, this conduction current density is equal to displacement current density. Now here, when there is a varying magnetic field produced, that induces varying electric field. So continuously coupled electric and magnetic field are coupled, and you have an electromagnetic wave. This is a simple circuit for an antenna, in fact, correct? So wherever dou D by dou T exists, wherever charges oscillate, electromagnetic waves are produced. A simple antenna, half wave dipole antenna connected to an AC source. See here, two wires separated by small distance here. This acts like a dipole. Now when it is connected to an alternating voltage, electromagnetic waves are produced from here. This is a simple antenna. It is this equation that is used by Hertz to make the first antenna. J.C. Bose in 1897 practically demonstrated production of microwaves and communication to explode an explosive. 1900 onwards, you see the Marconi's revolution. So this equation was so powerful. Now we will see how a wave equation is written from this. So this is a very important question for the exam. Write wave equation, derive wave equation for an electromagnetic wave. Okay? For an electromagnetic wave, what is the wave equation? I will start from Faraday's law, del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou T. Curl of electric field is equal to minus rate of change of magnetic flux density. I will take curl on both sides. Take curl on both sides. So del cross E equal to minus dou by dou T del cross B. Now apply A cross B cross C vector identity rule. What is A cross B cross C? A B dot C, correct? A into B dot C minus A dot B into C, correct, is equal to, okay. Now for del cross B, what can we substitute? Modified Ampere's law, mu into J plus dou D by dou T, okay. So here del dot E minus del into E, A into B dot C minus A dot B into C is equal to minus dou by dou T. See here, mu into J minus dou by dou T, mu I'll take common factor, minus mu, okay, dou D by dou square by dou T square, correct, dou by dou T into mu J, dou by dou T into dou D by dou T is dou square D by dou T square, correct. So now here, see here, from Gauss law, differential form of Gauss law, we have shown del dot D is equal to rho, or D is epsilon naught epsilon E, epsilon into E, so I can write del dot E is equal to rho by epsilon, correct? Epsilon E, epsilon is taken this side. So here I will substitute this. Del dot rho by epsilon. This is del square E, correct? Is equal to minus mu dou J by dou T minus of, see D is equal to epsilon E. So what I can write? Mu epsilon into dou square E by dou T square. Look at the wave equation. In maths you have seen wave equation. This looks like a wave equation, correct? Now I'll make few changes. See here, this itself is a wave equation. Now suppose electromagnetic waves propagate in free space. For free space, what is current density? J is 0. Charge density is also 0. Therefore, this becomes 0 and this becomes 0 for free space. Correct? So I will write del square E minus mu epsilon dou square E by dou T square equal to 0. Now are you able to see wave equation here? What is del square E? For example, in one dimension, this is equal to dou square E by dou x square. Let us assume here this mu epsilon, you know what? It has the dimensions of 1 by V is equal to mu epsilon is 1 by mu epsilon. V square is equal to 1 by mu epsilon. This term, please do this exercise. Find out what is 1 by mu into epsilon for free space. 1 by mu naught epsilon naught will be 1 by 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, 8.85 10 power minus 12. You simplify this, you will get 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. 1 by mu epsilon has dimensions of V square, correct? 9 you will get. Do you see that? So this 1 by mu epsilon has dimensions of V square. So I will write that as 1 by V square into dou square E by dou T square. So this is a standard differential equation for a wave. What is the solution to this? E x of t is equal to E naught into cos omega t minus kx. This is a standard electromagnetic wave equation. This is the solution to this. So it was Maxwell's modified Ampere's law which led to the wave equation. Correct? This is very important. Please practice this. Now, what are uniform plane waves? When you have an electromagnetic wave like this, uniform plane waves are the solutions to Maxwell's equation. What is a plane wave? Uniform plane wave means if you have an electromagnetic wave propagating like this is direction of propagation. Okay. Now, if electric field is in this axis, magnetic field is like this, B. Now see here, electric field, if it remains uniform perpendicular to the plane of propagation, direction of propagation. If E remains same along a plane, look at this, if I draw a plane like this, do you see this? Please see this plane. Are you able to realize this? Okay, this is a plane perpendicular to direction of propagation, correct? Now along this plane E remains uniform, magnitude, direction will not change. Such a wave is said to be uniform plane wave. Along, suppose if we imagine a plane perpendicular to direction of propagation, magnetic field also will remain uniform. Electric and magnetic fields remain uniform in a plane perpendicular to direction of propagation. Such waves are said to be uniform waves. Now, for such waves, you can show that magnitude of electric field by magnetic field is root of mu by epsilon. See, it is interesting to note permeability constant epsilon 1 by root of mu epsilon is velocity of light for free space, mu naught epsilon naught. Find out why mu and epsilon contributes to velocity of light. This shows light itself has electric nature, magnetic nature, correct? Mu epsilon is obtained from Coulomb's law, mu is obtained from Biot-Savart's law. 1 by root of mu epsilon gives you velocity of light. This shows light is electromagnetic in nature. Okay, so for uniform plane waves, this is one thing. Second point you must remember is, we know dot product. Okay, in the first chapter we learned two vectors which are perpendicular, the dot product is 0. Vector A dot B is equal to 0 if A is perpendicular to B. Now in an electromagnetic wave, electric field is perpendicular to magnetic field. So, see here, E dot H is equal to 0. This shows their transverse nature. Electromagnetic waves are said to be transverse. Why? Electric and magnetic fields are perpendicular to each other. Right? So, for what are plane waves? Plane electromagnetic waves are those waves in which the electric field, which is perpendicular to direction of propagation, remains uniform along a plane perpendicular to direction of propagation. You understand it? Okay. Now, another concept called as polarization. What does polarization refer to? In 12th standard, you all have learned polarization means the orientation of electric field. When an unpolarized light, normal light, is passed through certain crystals like tourmaline crystal, the light that comes out has vibrations in one plane. For example, if this is a crystal, okay, if light passes through it, unpolarized light, you all have learned that the light that comes out will have electric field in one plane, vibrations in one plane. Now, with reference to electromagnetic wave, how do we explain polarization? Polarization represents time varying nature of, see this, it represents time varying nature of electric field in a wave, in an electromagnetic wave, correct? How does electric field vary? For example, imagine, suppose if this is the direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave. My forefinger represents electric field, thumb represents magnetic field. Suppose if an electromagnetic wave is propagating like this, the electric vector, how is it varying? Is it varying along a straight line, increasing and decreasing? Then it is said to be linearly polarized wave. Okay? Suppose if the wave as it moves forward, if it rotates like this, electric field vector is rotating like this, describing a circle. Okay? See here, the electromagnetic wave as it propagates, the direction of propagation remains the same. Electric field vector is describing a circle. Its magnitude is not changing, direction is changing. It is said to be circularly polarized. If the wave, if the electric field vector describes an ellipse, magnitude changing, direction also changing, we say it to be elliptically polarized. So there are three types of polarization. Easy to understand. Linear polarized electromagnetic wave. What is this? I told you, as the wave propagates, the electric field vector changes in a straight line. It oscillates between plus E maximum to minus E maximum. For a distant observer, if an electromagnetic wave is approaching, linearly polarized electromagnetic wave, you will see electric field just varying in a straight line like this. So, standard electromagnetic wave, okay, is written like this. E is equal to E naught into E power or cos omega t minus kx plus omega t minus kx. Okay, this wave is moving along x-axis x. Okay, the wave is moving along x-axis. The electric field will be perpendicular to x. So I'll write E naught y. Do you understand it? Electric field is directed along y-axis, but the wave is moving along x-axis. Correct? So electric field remains same along the plane perpendicular to x-axis. Now, if electric field has to remain in same direction like this, if it has to vary in a linear manner, then we can explain it by mathematically by resolving this into two components, x and y components. See here, Ex of t, Ex is equal to electric field varying along x-axis into cos of omega t minus kz. It is moving along z-axis plus theta. Okay, theta 1. Let y component be EOY cos of omega t minus kz plus theta 2. Okay. See, there is a phase difference between theta 1 and theta 2, two components. Now, these two electric field components will produce linearly polarized light if their phase difference is equal. Only when the two components are in phase, the electric field remains in one plane, one direction. Correct? So, a linearly polarized light is produced when the two components of electric field have zero phase difference. Correct? They vary, but they vary in phase. Now, please see this. Theta and theta are same. So, now take the ratio. See here, Ex by E naught x will be equal to Ey by E naught y. Correct? Now, cross multiply this here, E naught x. This is the equation of a straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. Correct? So, this is linearly polarized light electromagnetic wave. Okay? Now, we'll take elliptically polarized. See here, theta and theta are same, so they will cancel when you take the ratio. Now, I will take elliptically polarized wave. What is the change there? Elliptical polarization. Here, the electric field vector describes an ellipse as the wave propagates. It describes an ellipse. Okay? So you get a kind ellipse like this here. You see this ellipse? The magnitude of the electric field changing, direction is changing. As the electric field vector, as the wave moves, electric field vector describes an ellipse. So how do you write this? How can two components be written? Here, x component of electric field, I will write E naught x cos omega t minus kz plus theta 1. Y component of electric field EOY cos of omega t minus kz plus theta 2. The phase difference between these two now, if it is 90 degree, see here, theta 2 minus theta 1, if it is 90 degree and if their amplitudes are not equal, okay, what do you get now? If you square and add, see here theta 2 is, theta 1 is 90 plus theta 2. Cos 90 plus theta 2 will be sin theta 2, correct? Sin square plus cos square is 1. So let us square and add ex square plus e square y is equal to e y square equal to 1 will get, correct? Cos square theta, this is theta 1 is 90 plus theta 2, so cos of 90 plus theta is sin theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. This is the equation for elliptical polarization, correct? The two components are out of phase by 90 degree, their magnitudes are not equal. So the electric field vector describes an ellipse as the wave propagates. This is known as elliptical polarization. Now the last one, circular polarization. In circular polarization, the electromagnetic wave as it propagates, the electric field vector describes a circle. Circle is, see here, if this is electric field vector, it describes a circle. Okay? As the wave propagates, its magnitude will remain the same. See here? Only direction is changing. How does it happen here? Look at this. Now here, the phase difference between the two components remains 90 degree, but the magnitudes of the two components becomes equal. Now see here, these two are equal. So you will get, let it be E naught square. This becomes equation of a circle, right? Now see this. Cos, this becomes sin theta 1. This is cos square and add. You will get this expression. So this is the expression of a circle. Correct? So we got now linear polarization, elliptical polarization, circular polarization. Polarization characteristics are very important. Today, light is used to store data. So polarization is a very important concept here. So we have almost covered most of the topics in your syllabus. We get numericals on this chapter in the form of like find the curl of a vector, find the divergence of a vector. Those are the questions. Generally, rarely questions on Biot-Savart's law also will be asked. So you must remember, if two vectors E and H are given, their dot product is always 0. Electric and magnetic fields are transverse in nature, correct? Divergence of electric field is del dot D is rho. Divergence of magnetic field is 0. Magnetic fields are possessing curl, okay? So if you remember these expressions, you will get numericals on this.